What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Another wild day for GameStop. Unfortunately, this way was downward. I think it ended the day somewhere around 53 bucks a share. And after hours, it's dropped a couple bucks since then as well. And everyone is screaming, "Mayday, Mayday, Uncle, let me up. I can't take this anymore." People are selling their shares left and right, or at least that's what the hedge funds want you to think. The volume today was piss poor, minuscule compared to on the way up. And it says everything about what's happening right now, and it screams manipulation. But talking with my friends and family about this situation, I'm starting to feel like I'm going crazy. Like that I'm a conspiracy theorist, that I don't believe in the reality of what's taking place right in front of our eyes right now. And to a certain extent, that's true. I don't believe it. And I feel crazy because of that, because if you pay attention to the mass media, they'll tell you that the short interest has gone down, that the bubble has popped, that the squeeze has been squoze, and that GameStop is going back to sub $20. I don't feel like that's the case, and here's why. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe and bell for notifications. I am on a run of covering GameStop because it is all the craze these days. Anyways, as far as GameStop is considered, with the stock today falling, what was it, like from 90 bucks to 50 bucks, like a 40% drop after a 60% drop. I mean, we're talking it's down over 80% in the past 3 days, which is gargantuan. But doing more research and knowing what I know, and how I opened this video saying I feel crazy about all this, I feel exactly how I felt right now as my conviction was when I bought into this stock at $4. If anything, I feel actually stronger about it, because now Ryan Cohen is in place. He is basically in charge of the board of directors, whatever they want to tell you. He is calling the shots right now. He has a 13% ownership. He's brought on 2 board of directors, and they just hired 3 huge people to cover the new angle that GameStop is taking. One of them being I believe a senior engineer from Amazon Web Services or Amazon something, very high up, a senior level engineer. That's a big deal. And they announced that yesterday, and it pumped the stock, and then it dropped anyways, which again, to me, screams manipulation. Now, believe what you want. Obviously, I'm not here to reinforce anything of your feeling. I'm definitely not a financial advisor. And to be quite honest with you guys, I'm starting to wonder if I should even keep making these videos, giving my opinion about what's happening with GameStop stock, because I see how mass media is trying to turn the spotlight on the individual investors and blame them for the rise. I've seen articles online blaming Roaring Kitty as the ringleader to start this whole situation. And I'm just like, it makes me laugh because it completely misses the entire point of everything. And for the average reader out there, the casual person that just is going about their day, they see headlines like that and it catches their eye. But it doesn't tell the true story. But it doesn't matter what the truth is. The truth has no place on Wall Street. The truth has no place on YouTube. It's just whoever has the most power makes the truth. And that's exactly what's happening with all this. And I don't mean to be going off on a tangent, but real quick, I just want to say, I don't know how much more of these videos I want to be making, because I see all the spotlights turning on Roaring Kitty right now. And the last thing I want is that to be happening to me as well, because I got a life, I got a family. I don't need this. I don't really get paid much from YouTube anyway, so it's just, ultimately it's not worth it. And that's exactly what they want. They want to silence people. They want to silence the truth. They just want it to go away, and they just want Wall Street to go back to normal, where the blue chip companies keep making the money, and they can keep just churning and burning all these borderline bankrupt companies and pushing them into bankruptcy and just clearing all the funds from it and just making more money to add on to their billion-dollar houses in Miami Beach. So ultimately, tangent over, just back to what's going on with GameStop right now. as far as what I see happening, I know a lot of people have been asking me this. I exited the vast majority of my position, like I said in my previous video, back when it was at the $300 to $450 mark. Like throughout that, I was deleveraging quite a bit. And looking back, God, I was very smart. I mean, hindsight's 2020. I would have loved to wait until the peak, but you can't catch the peak. But now I'm at a point right now where it's fallen so much, and I truly, genuinely believe in this company and their mission and their turnaround story, that I might just buy right back into it with the money that I made selling it at the top and just start all over again with it. Because that's what I feel about GameStop. The problem comes in is with these market manipulators that cap how many stocks someone can buy and give these BS reasons for it on Robinhood, completely jacking up the entire trade, which CNBC and mass media refuse to continue to talk about, which is the real story here. No, they want to talk about Roaring Kitty and the individual investors and how the mob of Redditors caused this problem. They want to take everything they can off of the spotlight of what the real problem was. Citadel being in bed with Robinhood, getting the order flow first, front-running orders, stealing money from the average American. So many issues that have happened with this. And here we are with the truth right in front of us, like I've said plenty times, and no one's doing a damn thing. If anything, the media is now in full damage control mode to change the narrative, to blame the wrong people, to make sure people on Wall Street keep making the money and keep just that flow going, and the rich get richer and the average person keeps thinking they have a chance on Wall Street, but in reality, they don't. Whenever you start making money, they're just going to change the rules on you. I mean, I woke up this morning to Robinhood opening their order flow to GameStop being 500 shares total that you can have, up from 100 yesterday. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. If they're going to be upping how many you can buy, that's basically telling people that they don't need to limit it anymore, and ergo the price is going to crash down. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. But looking at the fair value of this company, which is the most important part of anything I'm going to say in this video, it truly is a company that has a potential to be valued in the hundreds of dollars down the road. Right now, no, obviously not. That's, I mean, clear as day based off their revenue and fundamentals, whatever you want to blame it on, which is what CNBC keeps doing. But if you look at what Ryan Cohen was able to do with Chewy, if you look at what these other engineers that they just hired on to completely revolutionize their business model and change it to an e-commerce first website, there is a very powerful story to be told here and a very strong future for the company. So like I said, I deleveraged most of what I paid on the way up, and now I'm slowly entering back into it on the way down. I bought 50 more shares today at the $55 mark, somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly. And it fell to 50. And I wouldn't be surprised if it falls to 30 or 20. And if it does, I'll buy back more at that point as well. And we'll go from there. I've been buying all the way down, just like I was selling all the way up. And you got to play with the market and what they give to you and just go from there. And it sucks because ultimately at the end of the day, they can just change the rules if the table starts tilting too much in your favor. But once you learn the rules that they can turn and twist in their favor, you can play by those and hopefully make a couple bucks each way. Yeah, it's not a fair system. It's definitely not a perfect system. But if you believe in the company and the fundamentals, ignore the noise and put your money where your mouth is. That's at least my unofficial just thoughts on how I go about things. I don't want it to be taken as advice because God, I don't ever want to be blamed for any of this because it could go straight to bankruptcy based off of how they manipulate it. Who the hell knows what's going to happen next with it? It's a very up in the air situation. It's very frustrating from the standpoint of a investor that's been with them since the turnaround story started to see how they manipulated it down after the bubble started growing. It is what it is. That's my feelings on GameStop right now, and we'll see where it goes from here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash, 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 smash,
to